Doen we het gewoon zo. Ik check eventjes, ik zet mijn ding aan naar deze. Hatsa. Oh, die is lelijk geworden. Waarom? Doen we even naar deze. Oké, dus voor als je in YouTube zit, ik heb een donation tikkie onder in beeld zitten. Die laat ik zo nog wel even zien aan het eind van de les. Maar je kan dus via dat gewoon zelf een bedrag doneren als je wil. Help a starving artist. Maar als je zelf een starving artist bent, dan kan je natuurlijk daar gebruik maken van het feit dat het doneren is en dat je dus niet per se hoeft te betalen. Dat klinkt heel raar natuurlijk. Oké, so for everyone who's watching, below, if you're watching on YouTube, below you can find the donation scan. If it doesn't work, I also will put in a link for PayPal, so you can use that for a little donation for this lovely lady. Okay, let's go and get started. I'm gonna record. Hold on. This goes really good. First record. So, donate, donate, donate. Yes, and then we'll go to that one. All right, so. Yay! Woo woo! Okay, so whatever happens, happens. If you have any questions. Hey Gerben! Hallo! Wat leuk! Doen jullie het gewoon samen? Yay! Zo gezellig. Oké, ik ga mezelf even pinnen, zodat ik groot in beeld ben. Toef. Let's get started, guys. I'll just go and record this too. Here we go. Okay. Music will be here. And sometimes. Oh. Ik ben bijna helemaal opgezet, maar nog net niet helemaal. Okay. So if you have any questions, hit that unmute button and just ask me the question, or keep it unmuted, but then I will hear you breathe as well. So you might not want that, or you might really want that, up to you. Really. Okay. Let's get started with the music. Oh, everything is going to be dicky. Ik heb een wegtrekker met mijn Spotify. Ook leuk. Gaat lekker hier. Oké. Goed is, zit hij erin. We'll see. Anders doen we het lekker zonder muziek. Alright. Worden jullie helemaal gek van de yin-yang tekens of vinden jullie het wel fijn? Ik laat het even lekker staan. Ik hou er wel van. Alright. So, let's get started after this super chaotic starting. We will work on our hamstrings, lower back, and we will work on some splits too. They don't have to be flat on the floor, but they're going to be, if you have some blocks or a chair, something that you can put next to you, it can really help. Let's get started with some nice breaths together, and for that you can come down to your knees. Now this is could be a comfortable position, but you can make it more comfortable by putting a pillow underneath and just sitting on a block to make that a little bit better. All right. There we go. Let's breathe in for 4 counts, then hold it for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, and hold for 4 counts. There we go. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, 3, 2, 1, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 4, 3, 2, last one like this, inhale, 3, 2, 1, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just catch your natural breath. A few big sighs, in through the nose, and out. All right, so let's start with bringing our head down, chin to your throat. So try not to bring the chin down to the chest. First, chin to the throat, and then through the center, and then chin up to the ceiling. Through the center, chin to your throat, center, chin to the ceiling. Center, chin to throat, and up, and down, and up, and down, up. Last one like this, down, up. Then bring your chin to your throat and also bring your head down. You'll bring that stretch a little lower in your, almost in your upper back, and then bring it back up. And then first bring the chin up and then also push the head down. You will bring it a little bit more to your throat. And then up, down, down, up, back, back, up, down, down, up, back, back, up, down, down, up, back, back, up. Last one, down, down, up, back, back, and up. All right, then bring your ear to your shoulder to the right and left, and right, and left. Now, if you want to make that a little bit more intense, you can reach your fingers down towards the floor. They don't have to touch, but the more you pull your shoulders down, the more you will feel this as a nice little stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to the right, and then let's make a half circle. Keep your nose pointing towards the center. Half circle to the front, half circle to the front, half circle to the front, half circle to the front. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then make a half circle to the back, and half circle to the back. Yes. Half circle, and half circle. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. All right, make a full circle. We're just starting this off really slow, but just waking up that upper part of your spine, and reverse. Yes, 2, and 1. Back to the center and give a little shake. All right, blocks go away. We go stand up So a little bit more active. Let's see if by this time my music wants to play. Come on. The whole app doesn't work. I'll get back to that later. All right, so from here, we are going to go and first roll our shoulders back. It works to floss our nerve at the same time. So you flex your hands, then you bring your shoulders forward, bring them up, push them back, and push them down. Bring them forward, push them up, bring them back, push them down. Forward, up, back, down. You can make it more into circles, but try to go really to that long circle, that high up, push back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Yes, it should be quite heavy to do. Yeah, so you should feel that you are working those shoulders, that trapezium. Last one, and reverse. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the shoulders up, pull your pecs forward and down. Squeeze back, up, forward, down. Squeeze back, up, forward, down. More into circles if you want, or keep it into squares. 2 and 1. All right, we're gonna go bring our chest forward and back. So push your chest forward and back, but keep my hips really still. So I don't tilt my hips front and back. I don't arch my lower back. Try to keep it really in the upper part of my back, front and back. Front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then side to side. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 4, 3. Sorry, that was my cat running through. And 1. And let's go to a circle. So right, front, left, back. You can keep it in a square or go straight to circling. Big circles, keeping those hips still. Last one, and then we reverse. Left, front, back, left, front, right, back. Deep circles. 2 and 1. All right, then we're going to start with our hips. So now we're going to move our hips forward and back. But forward, usually people do that with their butt, by squeezing their butt. They go to, ugly butt. But now I want you to work instead on your abs. So pull the pelvis towards your belly button, and then pull the tail towards your middle back. Pull the pelvis towards your belly button, tail to middle back. And if you alternate these, you should do it without squeezing your butt. You can always check by poking it. My cats are having a little bit of a, yeah. So they're running around, having fun, throwing around like lamps. Let's keep going. Front, back, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do a few side to side where we really want to squeeze that inside. Let's go. Take this. So I really want to go and squeeze this and that. Bit, that, bit. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's make a circle here. So I'm not going to try to stir the pot. I'm really trying to make as much movement in my spine as possible. So I'm really focusing on activating the spine. 2, 1. Reverse. Big circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, come to a squat where you really keep the weight on the heel and back up. Down, up. We're going to activate this whole area, so it's going to be a little bit of power. You're going to be fine, but it's going to, you might feel it a little bit. Not here yet, but later for sure. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Then hold it down, lifting your right heel and pulse in this little bounce. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the other heel, pulse. 2, 1. Then alternate right and left and right and left and 4, 3, 2, 1. Then bring both legs up and down, up, down, up, down, up, and hold it up. Then push the heel down, right and left and right and left. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bring the heels down to the floor. Fold over, just hang on over your legs and just give a little wave from side to side. Here, roll yourself up. Yes. Okay, step a little wider. Okay, we're gonna go into plies. So that means our feet are out and my toes are pointing out as well. I push my coccyx forward before I go down. So the coccyx is the tailbone right there. Then I go down and up. You don't want to go into that arch. No, you want to push it forward and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down and pulse. Pulse. Bring your arms to the side to balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your right heel and bounce, 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 bounce. 4, 3, 2. Lift your left heel. Bounce, 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 bounce. 4, 3, 2. Lift them both. Balance. Woo. Balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the heels down. Lower your hips a little bit. And then you're going to push your right knee to the back and back. To the back and to neutral. To the back, neutral. So if it's just a tiny bit, that's okay. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Other side. Push back and push back and push back. Push back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then bring the hands down to the floor. Straighten out your legs and bounce. And straighten out your legs. Plie. Straighten out your legs. Plie. Straighten out your legs. Let's find a little bit more tempo. So if you're joining by Zoom, it could be that our Zoom connection needs to be refreshed. Just click the same link as you click to get in. And then we'll just keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, for this one, you could use, of course, if you cannot keep your hands on the floor, you can always put your hands on a chair, yes, or on some blocks. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to bend the right leg, bend the left, drop the booty and slide the booty from one side to the other, then straighten out right, straighten out left. So I'm going to make big circles with my butt. My shoulders don't come forward when I do this. My knees also don't come before my toes. So I really roll it down into big circles from the side. And it looks like that. So I really drop the booty to the back. Yes. 2 and 1. Reverse the circle. 8, 7, 6. Nice and low. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Straighten it out. Walk your feet in a little bit till they're a little bit wider than your hips, and then drop it down just to the floor. Now, if this is a little bit hard for you to keep your heels on the floor, you can just use something to elevate you. You can just sit on blocks here, because it's you want to be balanced here. All right, I'm pushing my elbows against my legs, bringing my hands together, and I'm pushing my hands down. Yes. Now, just you can move a little bit here if you want, even when you're on your block. Now, we're gonna, in this position, if this is super easy, you can even place something in between your hands. So you can push yourself even more into that split, or that hip opener. But we're still warming up, so be gentle. What we are gonna do is when you're here, you're gonna try to push the knee, pull it away from the arm. So the arm doesn't come forward, and the knee comes back off the arm and place it back. Off the arm, place it back. Off the arm, place it back. Off the arm, place it back. Other side, off the arm, place it back. Off the arm, place it back. 2 more. Last one. All right, bring your hands back to the floor and straighten out your legs. Give it a little shake so you can kind of get your hamstrings a little bit more engaged. Now we're going to do some rolls. So we're going to add all that what we warmed up, we're going to all put it together. So starting from a little bit of a wide stance, so just about your plie width, you're going to start by looking up into your arch, into the neck, and you're going to pull your chin towards your throat. You're going to roll it down, make yourself completely round, bend your knees. The moment you bend your knees and you push your pelvis forward, you should feel some stretch here, then bring it down, rounding. Here, you straighten out your legs, and you arch and scoop your body up. All the way back, round it, down. Here, straighten out the legs, scoop it up, and round, down. Here, arch up, scoop down, and scoop up, roll down, and up, roll down, up. 2 more, and up. Last one. All right, then we're going to reverse. So you're going to come down with a straight leg and an arch back. Come down, down, down. And when you're down, you're going to bend your knees and you're going to roll yourself up. Arch down, bend, roll. Arch down, bend, roll. Arch down, bend, roll. Last one. Ooh, yes. Okay. Now we're going to do that scoop thing also towards one leg. Let's start on the right side. You're going to bend your left leg, but keep your right leg straight. So you're going to start by leaning back a little bit into an arch and pull your chin towards your chest. Roll it down this leg. Leg stays straight. And then you're going to arch it up, straighten out that leg. Bending the back leg, straightening the back leg. But the front leg stays straight. You should feel that in your hamstring. So the same body circles are happening here. Yes. Last one. Now we're going to go to the other side. So you're turning in that direction. This leg bends, this leg stays straight. Lean back, roll down, scoop, arch up. Lean back, roll down, scoop, arch up. Keep going. Roll down, scoop, arch up. Last one, and scoop, arch up. All right. Let's go to our knees and hands. Your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Now, when your hands are underneath your shoulders, try to also always activate the fingers as well. So, like this, just put it down a little bit so you can see. Oh, hold on. Wait. So, here, I'm squeezing the fingers in always, yeah? So try to activate the hands so you're not only leaning on the ball or the palm of the hand, but the fingers are working with there as well. All right. Squeeze the fingers in, starting from the tailbone, rolling yourself into a round position. When you're here, you try to push your hands away from your knees, open your shoulder blades, chin goes towards your chest, nose goes towards your crotch, and crotch goes towards your nose. Then from the tail, you're going to arch yourself up. Let it walk all the way up the spine. Your head is the last thing to go up. And then here, I try to pull my hands towards my knees. I'm pulling the back of my head towards my tail, and I'm dropping my belly down. And I'm back into a curl, rounding. So we're going to alternate from round to arch. But just know that you have those extension moments where you really use pushing the knees away from the hands, shoulders are working, arch and round, arch and round. Last two. And the last one. Let's go down to the back. So we want to activate our shoulders a little bit more before we go to downward dog, and then we work our back at the same time. So fingers are in front. You're going to scoop down. Your nose goes over the floor. You're going to go in between and push yourself up, rolling yourself back, down, nose, chest, belly, arch up, round back, nose, chest, belly, arch up, round back, nose, chest, belly, arch up, round back. Two more, nose, chest, belly, arch up, round back. Last one, nose, chest, belly, arch up, round back. We're going to go into circles from here. So arms stay straight. We're going to move our hips. Oh. Wait with me. That one. Beep. God damn it. There we go. Hello. Yes. Thank you guys for keep going. Join. Yes. Right. So the next one is gonna be circles. I'm gonna have my hands all the way in front of me, and I'm keeping my arms straight. And I'm not sure when it stopped listening to me. So your arms are gonna stay straight.
Juul, geluidscomputer.
Oh ja.
We kunnen je niet horen. Je kan hem zelf unmuten. Je kan haar zelf unmuten.
Ik heb hem al. Stom.
Super, dankjewel.
Jee. make the circles now. Arms are gonna stay straight, and we're gonna make circles in the direction of the right hip. So your hips are gonna go right, then you're gonna bring your hip all the way to the side. You're gonna drop your hips towards the floor, arms stay straight, and then you're pushing away in that direction. I'm gonna show you from the front. So I'm gonna start here, then I'm moving that all to the side, arching. God, my tits look great today. Oh, I said it was child appropriate. Well, tits are child appropriate, of course. Keep going in those circles, keeping your arms straight, pushing your hips as low to the floor as possible. For me, this is one of the best ways to loosen my lower back. And to have a loose lower back will mean more space in the hips. Let's reverse the turn. I don't know if you could hear my knee. It just rolled over, it was great. Keep rotating, push those hips down, really going to that arch. The arch also means the head, so bring that head up for that extra ooh, ah, ah. There we go. Last one. Woo. All right. Tuck the toes in and come to a downward facing dog. And let's walk it out. Yes. And the heel that goes down is also the hip that goes open. So I'm really moving my hip open and then changing, moving the hip open. Keep pressing the fingertips in the floor. Keep opening the chest towards your knees. Your head is nice and relaxed in between your arms. And your arms, shoulders, and the hip are in one line. So not here. That's a different shape. You're really pushing yourself backwards. All right. Keep the hips now. The feet now. Still try to push your heels towards the floor. Let's do a couple of pushes towards the floor. If you don't touch the floor, that's fine. It's absolutely natural to not be able to touch the floor here. But if you can touch the floor, I want you to lift your toes up instead of pressing the heels down. Just lift the toes up. Yeah, so either you do this one or this one. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. In this position, we're going to round our lower back, pulling the pelvis forward, and then arching the lower back, pulling the tail up. Rounding, arching. So it's not a full round in my full back. I really isolate this shape to my lower back. Arch, round, arch, round, arch, round, arch. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And let's make little circles here. So really circle that hip. I'm just going to turn so you can see from here what it looks like. 2 and 1, reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come back to your knees and give it a little bit of a child's pose to stretch it out, to counter stretch. All right. So let's get to a little bit more intense hamstrings. We're going to do quite a lot of dynamic stuff. Grab some blocks or anything that can help you elevate your arms if necessary. We're going to start with our right leg in front. Hold on. Something's popping up in my screen. It's annoying. Yes. Okay. So start with the right leg in front into a little bit of a lunge. We're going to push it back and forward. You can do that with your block as well. Now, as you go through this motion, try to keep the thigh connected to your belly as much as you can. That will keep the back neutral. You don't want to go to a round back when you straighten out your legs. Bring it back and forward. Back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. And tuck the toe in the back. You can here as well use your blocks. Straighten out the back leg, and now we're going to go to a pyramid and down. My back leg stays straight and my front leg goes to straight. I'd rather have you go less deep and have a straight leg than that you go a little deeper but you don't have a straight leg when you're up. Yes, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and bring the knee down to the floor, untuck. Hands go both to the inside of the leg now. We're going to push the hip away from the front leg. So if your right leg is in front, you push away to the left, and then straightening out that front leg, bringing your hip to the other side and bringing it down. So I'm creating big circles with my hips again. Here you can use a block as well, or a chair, or whatever you need to get a little bit more elevation, to get that front leg straight. So I hope that the mirror is helping you to see that I'm making those circles. It's not just going front and back, it's also going side to side. 2 more. Last one, and then we're going to reverse. Whoa. Try to keep, again, the belly as low as you can to keep the contact and keep the openness of the hip really there. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Then we're going to move our body forward here. Hands go on blocks or on the floor. And we're going to just drop the hips a couple of times, just moving from side to side. Here, if you feel that your knee is super painful, just put a pillow underneath or roll up your mat. And then we're going to push ourselves up here. A little bit higher than your deepest point. I'm just going to move forward a bit so you can see better. A little bit higher than your deepest point, and then you're going to push your pelvis forward. So I'm really going to activate in this area, and then I'm going to slide. I'm basically going to slide the front thigh and the back leg thigh together. Just try to do this. Yeah, so kind of like activation here. Pushing the pelvis forward, and then I'm going down into that lunge. So the more you're activating that pelvis forward, the more you will feel the stretch on the front of that back leg. Try to keep your shoulders above your hip or a little bit more to the back. So I'm not here, trying to get a little bit more active here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if this feels already super painful, you're going to stay here. Otherwise, we're going to make it a little bit more intense. Bring your hands up or stay with your hands here, and you're going to straighten out the back leg by lifting the knee off the floor. Activate first. So first, slide the thighs together. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift, down. Last one, hold it a little bit longer. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right. Now, come with the leg back. Grab a block or a pillow. I mean, you can do it without. It's going to be less intense. And we're going to go and sit on the block. Now, the pole is really in the way this time. So, I'm I'm just sitting on the block. I'm gonna put the block right in the middle of my butt. And I have that back leg bent. So I'm turning around so you can see a little better. There we go. So, yes. So this leg is in, and I'm having the heel next to my hip, but not completely out. So I'm trying to push it against my butt, but I'm not sitting on top of it. Yeah? I'll push it against. Then you're gonna lean back, and in this position, you're gonna try to not arch. So you're gonna round your back. You're gonna push your chest in, push your pelvis up. Yeah? This is what your body wants to do. This is what you're gonna do. And if that feels good, you're gonna go a little lower. And with each of these steps, you're gonna check, is this still okay? Does my foot still wanna do this? Does my knee still wanna do this? If it doesn't, stay where you are. And otherwise, you can even go up a little bit. Keep the stretch going, tiny bit. We're gonna go even lower. Keep pushing the chest down. If you feel fine with it, you're gonna go and bring your shoulders to the floor. Here, your chest wants to arch even more. Push it down. Try to get that lower back towards the floor. If your knee comes off the floor, that's fine. All right. And this, you should feel all in this area. If you now actively push your knee down, you will feel it even more. Now, in case you weren't ready, you didn't feel anything so far, or you didn't feel enough, there's one more that can make it go really into the ooh-ah-ah, and that's bringing your knee towards your chest. Grab your knee, pull it towards your chest, and at the same time push this knee down and bring your lower back towards the floor. If you don't feel that, congratulations, you have super long quads. But I think everyone will feel that. Yes. 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. You can come up by wiggling your arms up or just roll out. There you go. And give it a little shake. All right. This is really one of my favorite stretches for the quads. I really love it. Okay. Let's do the other side. So we had right leg front before, and now let's put the left leg in front. Let's start with bringing it back and forward, like that. You can put your hands on the floor or hands on blocks. Try to keep the connection between your thigh and your belly. Nice and low. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then tuck the toe in the back, straighten out the back leg, and let's go to pyramids and lunges. Try to keep your hips nice and square. That means pushing the leg that's to the back, always the hip a little bit forward. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring the knee down, untuck the toe, and bring your hands both on the inside of your leg. Then we're going to push the hip again away from the front leg. So if your left leg is in front, you push your hip to the right. Straighten out that front leg, roll it, and big circles with your hip. Sometimes we use this gross metaphor or kind of visualization. If you have like a big spoon in your butt and you're hanging over a big pot of soup for 20 people, and then you're gonna stir the pot. I hope you guys have the same visualization as me. I will never be hired as a cook with these ideas. And reverse. Reverse circle. Big circles. 3, at least they will ask me to bring my own tools. Okay, let's bring it into a lunge here. And let's just move a little bit, hips down, a few times back and forward. And then you're going to push yourself up a little bit. So you're a little bit less low than your lunge. And you're going to push your pelvis forward. Try to keep those hips square. And push your pelvis forward. Really activate in that lower back. You can already feel, I can already feel the stretch when I'm just doing that push. And then from that push, you're going to lower your hips a little bit more to the front. Feel that stretch all the way in the front. You can put your hands on your hips or on your knee. Just don't do this. Yeah? Try to keep that shoulder above the hip. Nice and active. And we're going to straighten out that back leg. Make sure that you squeeze the thighs together so you really make your pelvis super square and strong. You can bring your hands up or place them in front. And let's straighten it out. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Last one and hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down to the floor. Yes. And move it back. Grab a block. I'm going to sit on the block. So, you know what's going on this side. Your heel is close to your butt. It's touching your butt if you're not sitting on top. Are you okay? I heard some weird sounds. Okay. All right. So, from here, I'm just bending this leg, putting it in the floor, and I'm going to lean back and push the hips up, chest down. So if in this position your shoulders come closer to your ears, it doesn't really matter. I usually say always keep the gap between the shoulders and the ears, but here it doesn't really matter because it's more important that your pelvis is doing the right thing. If that feels good, you go to your elbows. 1, but try not to arch. Push it down. Lengthen that back. Pull the belly button down through the spine towards the floor. If that feels good, you're going to go a little lower. If it doesn't feel good, stay here. If you go lower, your shoulders go to the floor. And you stop the arch from happening again. So you really want to slide your block or your pillow wherever you need it to be. Push your knee, the folded knee, this one, push it down towards the floor if you can. At the same time, push the pelvis forward. Then if you haven't had enough already, bring your knee in, grab, pull it towards you, and at the same time, push the knee of the other leg down. I love this one. So good. Give it a few nice deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1, and out. All right. So we have 10 minutes left because we started a little later. Actually, I have 15 minutes left. And that's going to be hamstrings and splits. Sorry?
Ik moet jullie verlaten. Ik heb een meeting om 11 uur.
Oh, oké, ja. Wanneer je kan.
Stuur me een link voor Tikkie.
Doe ik. Yes, ik stuur je ook de link voor het laatste stukje van de stretch. Yeah. Dankjewel, Ish. Doei. Alright. For the rest of you. Let's go into some hammy loveliness. Where will we start? Yes. I know. Let's start here. If you cannot sit up straight, sit on a towel, sit on a pillow, sit on a block, so you can sit up straight. Yes? All right. Let's do that first. Start here, and then point and flex. and point and flex, point, flex, point, flex. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it flexed. Now, with my flex, I'm also pushing my knees off the floor. Let's do a few of these. This is really this muscle. I'm pushing my knees to the floor so I lift my heels up. Let's do a few there. Now, if you're on a block, this will be a little bit harder to get your knees, to get your heels off the floor, but still try to push the knees down to the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Then we're going to roll down a few times. Roll down. Go as close to your leg as possible. Keep the roundness. And then we're going to scoop it up. Arch. Roll down. Hold this little bit awkward situation. And arch up. And roll. And arch. Last one. Roll. Hold. Round. Arch. Up. And we're going to do 4 with each, with a leg on top of the other. So I'm going to keep my right leg on the floor, folding my left leg over. We're going to do 4 on this side. Let's do them super slow so they're really effective. We're rolling down. Hold. Woof. Arch. Hang on. Now I feel that one. Roll. Hold. Arch. Up. Roll. Hold. Scoop. Arch. Up. Last one. Roll. Hold. Scoop. Arch. Okay, switch other leg. Roll. Hold. Scoop. Arch. Roll. Hold. Scoop. Arch. Roll. Hold. Scoop. Last one. Roll. Hold. Scoop. Arch. All right. So we're going to start by doing one leg at a time again. And then we're going to go to, we're going to do one leg first, all the way to a split, and then we're going to do the other leg and all the way to a split. So let's start with our right leg in front, there. And my hip is on top of my knee, and my hips are next to each other. So I'm really checking if I'm square with my hips and I'm placing the leg in front of me. Use chairs, use blocks, use whatever you need to keep that leg straight and to keep your back straight at the same time. So you want, this is your neutral position. We're going to move from round back to arch in a bit, where we're really going to floss the nerve. And when we floss the nerve, your leg is going to be much more willing to stretch. So find a position where you can, without any strain, keep your back straight. So if you want 2 chairs or 2 tables or 2 people hanging you there, that's all fine. What we're going to do here, so I have actually quite flexible hamstrings, but even I'm going to start on my block so I have more motion in my back. I'm going to start by making myself round, tucking my hip forward, then rounding my back, and at the same time, I'm also going to pull my nose towards my knee. You should feel that as a nervy stretch. Yes? Then, I'm going to pull it up a little bit, arching the back leg. So arching the lower back, and then pressing the chest towards the knee. And then going forward, pulling the tail forward, rounding the back, pushing the nose down. And bring it up, arching lower back, arching through the whole back, and push the chest down. So this is a little, you're going through 2 different, I'll keep going by the way, different shapes that will both stretch your hamstring in a different way. And last one, round. Pull the nose towards the leg, push the hips forward, feel all that stretch. I can feel this one from my spine to my calf. And neutral, arching the lower back and bringing that hip away, chest towards the leg. Yes. Okay, from here, let's do a few side to side. So I'm rotating the foot to the side and back to the inside, to the side, back to the inside, side, inside. Two more. Last one. And hold it to the side for a little bit. Press it down, press your belly down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center, give it a little shake. Now, we're going to slide out that front leg. You can slide on a towel or slide on your foot or whatever. Bring your hands on blocks if you have a little bit of elevation still going on. Sliding that foot out. Now, what I want you to try to keep your shoulders above your hips. And at the same time, your hips are going to be square. So I'm pulling that front leg a little bit in. I'm not going to go here. I'm going to go here. Yes? Go as low as you can. And try to keep that square hip the whole time. Yes. And you can move from side to side a bit if you like. 4, 3, 2, 1. Find a spot in the center, and I want you to lift your hands off the blocks or off the table or wherever you are for 4 counts. So you're releasing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Give it a little shake. This is easier when you're further down. So if you're more flexible, it's going to be easier, especially for the balance. Let's do it one more time, a little longer. Let's do 6 counts. Activate, pull the thighs together. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the floor, shake. Ooh. See if you can go a little lower. Square those hips out. Yes. 3, 2, 1. All right. Find a way out of your stretch. I usually like to roll onto a butt. If you're not on the floor, find another way, and then we're going to do the other side. Here we go. So, hips on top of the knee. Step the other leg to the front and straighten out that leg. Make sure that this is a nice line. I can check with the pole if I'm straight. That's nice. All right, then you're leaning forward. Even if you have quite some flexibility in here, try to keep yourself a little bit more elevated. You can definitely do it on your hands, but try to make sure that there's enough motion possibility in your back. All right, so we're going to go from here. We're going to push the pelvis forward. We're going to go round your back and then push the nose towards your leg. Very nervy stretch. And go to neutral, arching your back, and press the chest towards your back or your belly towards your leg. And back up, pelvis under, rounding back, nose to leg. And back up, neutral spine, arch the lower back, and press the belly towards the leg. Open that chest. And keep going, rounding the back, nose down. And back up, arching, and down. And one more, rounding, tucking that hip under, rounding that back, and nose goes to the knee. And up, arch, down. Stay in this position or go a little lower. And now we're going to go from side to side with the foot. Keep going, side to side. Yes, yes, yes. 4, 3, 2. Hold it to the side. Hold it to the side. Arching your belly, arching your back. Belly goes down. 3, 2, 1. Give it a little shake. Use your blocks to get into your grip, into your split. Or not. You don't have to use the blocks if you don't have blocks. Slide it down. Oof. Into that split. Make sure that your hips are as square as you can get them. They will always be a little bit open, but this is too far open. So now I'm completely sitting on this butt. So I want to push it, squaring out those hips, pulling this heel, this hip a little bit back and that hip a little bit forward, down. You can move a little bit from side to side here without losing that squareness. And then we're going to release the blocks. Hands are off. We're going to bring them off the blocks. Make sure that your shoulders are as far on top of your hips as possible. Release. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the floor. And we do it again. 6 counts. Push yourself back. Squeeze your thighs together and release. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax into that split. See if you can go a little deeper. Drive your hips down. Oof. Yes. 2. All right. Bring it down. Bring it out of your stretch. Let's just bring ourselves to a few figure 4 stretches. I'm happy that I wore a bra underneath this top because otherwise I would have to X-ray, or I say R-rate this video, which I don't want. All right, shake it loose and bring your legs to a fold. Okay. Let's just bring the one hand in front and the other to the back and give us a little twist. You can also bring this hand on top of your knee and twist yourself in. This is always nice. And switch to the other side. Switch legs as well. Here. Twist. Make sure your spine is nice and long. Ooh. Yes. All right. Give yourself a nice little circles. And your shoulders. Okay. Let's do one more. I always like this one. We haven't done much back, but this is always nice to do. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to bring my left leg towards my chest. And I'll bring it over, across. And I'm folding my body away from that leg. So I'm moving away, giving it a nice little stretch. Pull that knee in a little closer towards your chest. Try to keep the shoulders both on the floor. And bring it down. Other side. So back to the center. Bring the right knee in. Turn it and twist. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock yourself up. Let's finish with 3 deep breaths. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and just let go. Here we go. In. And release. Again. In. And release. Last one. In. Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. And release. Give yourself a hand. Shake your boobies. And well done. Let me just stop the recording. And we have